Yo, what's up guys, Gori here, back at a new video. In today's video, I'll be doing a detailed comparison between Superhuman, Death Step and Sharkman Karate. In this video, you guys will find that which fighting style is the best in the game. Do me a favor and make sure to hit that like button. That will help a lot of people discover this video and find their desired fighting style, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who actually do not know which is the best fighting style in the game. So make sure to hit that like button. Let's try to hit 50 likes on this video, and also while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's try to hit 3k subscribers before the end of April. Now let's get into the video. So now we are going to be talking about requirements. So for you to obtain Superhuman, you guys need to have 300 mastery on every single fighting style in the game besides Death Step and Sharkman, and also you guys need to have 3 million belly to actually purchase the fighting style, and I would say that is not an expensive price for a fighting style which is that good. It comes with 3 moves. As you guys know, I'll be doing the showcase later in the video, so I'll be talking about them later on in the video. So now let's get into the requirements of Death Step. To obtain Death Step, you guys need to do a lot of stuff in my opinion, and I think it's a bit tricky for some people. For example, you guys need to get the library key by killing the Ice Admiral, and I don't know why, but it took me like freaking 50 tries to get it because I'm just so lucky. After that, you guys need to get 400 mastery on Dark Step, which is just a pain. After that, you guys need to have 5,000 fragments and 2.5 million belly to actually buy the fighting style, which is just too expensive in my opinion, especially the fragments part. So that's the requirement of Death Step. And of course, as you guys know, to obtain Sharkman Karate, you guys need to do a bunch of things. For example, you guys have to kill the new boss Tidekeeper like freaking 50 times to get the water key, and then talk to Diagrok. As you guys know, he's a troll, so he will troll you even more. And after that, you guys need to have 5,000 fragments, just the same as Death Step, and 2.5 million belly. After that, you guys will have the Fisherman Karate, and it is as simple as that. The hard part for obtaining these fighting styles is the water key and the library key in my opinion, because they are just so annoying and the bosses won't drop them for their life. Now let's move on to showcasing the fighting styles. As you guys saw right there, those were the 3 moves of Superhuman. I would say Superhuman has the best combos in the game and does really good damage against players. But as you guys know, we will talk about that in the third part of the video. So now let's get into the showcase of Death Step. So that was the Death Step showcase, and now finally let's get into the Sharkman showcase. As you guys saw, Sharkman is a really versatile fighting style, and I think it can be used for a bunch of things. It can be used really well for farming as well as PvP, but we're gonna be talking about that later in the video, so I guess you have to wait for that. And now let's get into the last part of the video. So this is the last part of the video, and I'm going to be talking about which fighting style is best. And this is a really big controversial topic, and a lot of people would think that this is not true or will not agree with me. They have their own opinion and they are entitled to it. But I would say every fighting style in this game is powerful in its own class. Like for example, I would say that the best fighting style for dealing damage and for grinding would be Sharkman Karate, but the fighting style which is pretty good for PvP and farming would be superhuman, and I would say the overall balanced best fighting style in the game would be death step, but a lot of people do not like the way of how this fighting style actually works, and I am one of those people. I would rather use superhuman instead of death step for fighting, grinding, or anything of that sort. But for the thing which death step is actually good at is traveling. For example, the rocket kick is really good for traveling around, and it is pretty essential in PvP as well for dealing damage and combos. But for dealing damage, I would say the best fighting style is Sharkman Karate, and for doing combos, the best devil fruit is superhuman. And if you guys want a balanced fighting style, I would say use death step. So that's my ranking of all of these fighting styles, and I would say if you guys use these fighting styles with the purpose that they are actually good for, I would say these are pretty OP. For example, if you guys are going to be PvPing with super OP combos and stuff like that, I would say use superhuman. If you guys are going to be grinding, I would suggest you guys to be using Sharkman because it just does good damage, and it is pretty versatile for bosses as well as NPCs, so you guys are going to be doing a ton of damage. And for death step, if you guys want to grind and PvP, I would say use this fighting style. It is not even that expensive, and it does take a while to actually obtain, but I would say it is really good for farming and PvP if you guys know how to actually use it. That was my opinion, and I would say that these three fighting styles depend on the player itself. Yes, I'm talking to you, they depend on the person who's actually using them. I'm really good with superhuman than the other two fighting styles because I've used it more, and also I know a bunch of good combos that actually go with it. I know a bunch of combos with Sharkman and death step, but I'm just not that comfortable in using them because I have around 300 ping and I do not want to get killed by a lot of people because right now I have 5.4 million bounty. That's why I use superhuman a lot, but in some cases I use Sharkman to actually grind, and sometimes I even use death step with some combos. For example, with Do, death step is really good. There are specific devil fruits and swords that actually go good with a fighting style. For example, Do goes really good with death step, not superhuman or Sharkman, and I would say Dark goes really good with superhuman, and Ice goes really good with Sharkman. So that's why I said that these three fighting styles would be at the #1 spot if I was making a tier list, but I'm not making a tier list. I'm just telling you guys that which is actually better, and I would suggest you guys to use superhuman for PvP and combos, death step for a balanced fighting style, and Sharkman if you guys are grinding, which I made a video about, so you guys can go click the card over here and watch that, or you guys can use that to fight bosses because it's pretty good against those. So that's the main use of all of these fighting styles. So if you found this video helpful or enjoyed it even a little bit, make sure to hit that like button. That really helps out a lot, and also let's try to hit 3k subscribers before the end of April. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.